right, it is time for a Gump report. There's one of two of them, as I said I was going to do. This one is about Tony Khan. This one is about Tony Khan that I might have heard a rumor of it, but not really heard a rumor of it. Because we knew because of what happened in All In. There were certain things that were going on behind the scenes, particularly considering a new promotion called All Elite Wrestling. But there were a few rumors of certain things that I did hear along with it, that someone was considering buying a promotion. That was just me. I don't know about anybody else that probably heard that there might have been a possibility of it, but just hearing that a promotion was going to be bought by somebody, not where or which promotion. That was all I heard, that it was a promotion possibly going to be bought by somebody. Now, that could have been about Tony. But that's all I know. That came out in 18, just before All Elite Wrestling became an actual promotion. But as we know, and it's on NoDQ.com, that Tony Khan had a chance to possibly buy TNA, which was Impact Wrestling at the time, had not transitioned yet. Now, from the article when it talked to Dave Meltzer said during the time before All Elite had come into being, and they'd already had All In, it was considered a possibility of Tony maybe willing to buy, or was entertaining an offer, not entertaining an offer, but I think someone approached him about considering buying Impact Wrestling. But nothing happened of it. Nothing. But later, they started working with them. And that was the worst thing that could have happened, because there was no Look at what I said. If anybody checks my old videos, I don't have another playlist, but if you check my videos, I said it clearly, this is not going to work because there's no cross-pollination. You only have it one way. That's TNA helping Impact. There's no Impact helping TNA. Well, I'm now saying, you see I'm getting angry about this. The reason I got angry about this, AEW, I know I'm saying TNA, I'm sorry. But it pissed me off back then. It still pisses me off now. You allowed Kenny Omega to come to Impact Wrestling from AEW. You allowed Christian Cage. And I believe it was Matt Hardy as well who showed up there too. But no one else. And I've heard so many people saying, look, we got AEW working with TNA, Impact Wrestling. And we're going to have Moose on AEW. We're going to have Motor City Machine Guns on AEW. We're going to have Eddie Edwards. We had all of that. And what did we really get? One pay-per-view with Moose and one, I know it was two matches for the Motor City Machine Guns. But I only saw one match with the Motor City Machine Guns. And they got their asses handed to them. They had to be heels in that match. They had to be the heels. And that's what they don't normally do. Motor City Machine Guns are faces. But they didn't want to mess up the current tag team that was there that were faces too. So Tony told them act heelish. Which they did. But that's all we got at Impact Wrestling working with AEW. One way and nothing else. Now look what happened with... everything I said that should have happened from AEW to Impact has now happened mostly with TNA and NXT. We're getting some people going over there. We're getting a few people going over here. And look what has happened. It got Joe Henry over a lot. It got Jordan Grace over a lot. And who knows what else we're going to get. Now, I'm not telling you that everything is perfect when it comes to this agreement, because I still don't see anyone from Raw showing up on TNA. I don't see anybody on SmackDown showing up on TNA. And I definitely don't see a TNA star showing up on Raw SmackDown. Not unless they leave the company like Jordan Grace, which we already know Jordan Grace is going to be at Royal Rumble. There's no way she's not going to show up. Now, would Marsha Slamovich show up on Royal Rumble? There's a strong chance she will. Very strong chance she will, because she's still current champion. Unless they're going to be stupid enough and make a Marsha Slamovich go against Tessa Blanchard now before Royal Rumble, which they can't, because Royal Rumble's this weekend. But you get my point. We are going to see more from TNA and WWE than we saw AEW and Impact. It was stupid. So knowing that at one point he was approached to consider buying Impact Wrestling, if I was right in what I did hear a rumor of someone wanting to buy a indie or major promotion, that was it. That's if it was. But this is my feeling about it. Am I angry that he didn't buy it back then? No. Am I angry that he didn't work with Impact the way he should have been? Fuck yes. I'm angry at Tony that he should have worked with Impact Wrestling better. Let's be honest. If AEW had been working with Impact better, where they were doing cross promotion, you allowed Impact wrestlers on AEW TV, and you allowed AEW wrestlers more than Kenny Omega, more than people on there, and they do storylines. But they didn't. They didn't. And this is what we got. But this is just me. And I hope you enjoyed this Gump report. The next one, hopefully, will be a good one. I don't know. But it's just me. Peace.